together today. So this is something I've been wanting to film this video for a couple months now. And obviously, in true typical Ashley fashion, I didn't do it. I completely stopped myself from doing it, but it is what it is. We're here today, aren't we? Period. But I'm the bad guy. And let me tell you why I'm okay being the bad guy. When I say I'm the bad guy, it means like I'm okay. I'm very much okay being the villain in someone's story. Like I've accepted that now. Like I've accepted that I'm not always gonna get it right. Like, let me explain. When I say I'm the bad guy, I don't mean I'm like blatantly okay with being like an asshole. You know what I mean? Like I'm not, well, it's gonna sound bad. Not like I'm blatantly okay being the asshole, but I'm okay being the asshole. I'm not willingly gonna go outside and be a dickhead. Do you know what I mean? But if it happens where I'm in a situation where I am unfortunately the person at fault, I am unfortunately the person who's caused a little bit of mayhem, I'm accepting my losses. I'm accepting my losses and I'm repenting. Repent means change, right? It just means to change your behavior and do better. So when I say I'm okay being the bad guy, I'm okay accepting where, for example, I can't fully show up for people, or where I can't like just be 100% in a situation. I'm okay being the bad guy. Like I'm done letting people like make me feel bad or try to guilt me. Like I realize humans, like, we're not very accepting of ourselves, especially when it comes down to like when situations are shitty. It's really hard for human beings, even myself, I'm speaking for myself, to like take accountability and to actually be like, okay, look, like, I'm sorry I wasn't able to like show up for you the way you would have expected me to. And that in turn gives me a chance, it gives me a chance to turn around and look at myself and be like, yo, like, what can I do better next time so that I can be there for this person properly, or so that I can show up more effectively, or how can I do this in the future so it doesn't affect my close relationships. I feel like being the bad guy in someone's story is an opportunity for us to grow, for us to like look back at our behavior and be like, yeah, that was wrong. Like at the end of the day, if the deed is done, I'm already the villain in the story. What else can I do? What else can I do but better? How can I move forward from this? If I'm sitting down beating myself up, then my titties, I'm gonna flash y'all, I'm sorry. If I'm sitting down beating myself up, how am I even gonna like accept that I was even the villain in the story and move forward from that? I just feel like human beings, we're not, when I'm talking and doing my hair, it's like a fucking shit show. Human beings just in general, we don't know how to take accountability without it being like a negative thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. Like if you're the villain in someone's story, you need to acknowledge your villain origin story in said situation so that you can like, you know, figure out how you want to move from there and move with all the people involved. Just going back to the point, like I'm all right being the villain because I find it gives me a chance to like do better. Of course, in the moment it feels like crap because it's like, damn, I could have done so much better by this person. I wish I thought about my actions before actually doing what the fuck I did or something, or acting how I acted. I'll give an example, okay? Last year, I was in a situation where, last summer or something, I was in a situation where like, I was definitely the villain in somebody's story. I had divulged some information that they told me in confidence to somebody else. My intentions was not, my intention was definitely not to spread the person's business or to go and tell, you know, the other person, my friend's business out of maliciousness. That was not like my intention at all. It's fucked up because my intention with what I did, I was actually trying to help the other person out, and maybe by telling them this information, they would like, it would help them in their situation with what they were going on. It's complicated. Anyways, long story short, I spilled some tea that I should not have spilled, right? Point blank period, I should have kept my mouth shut. Immediately after I spilled the information, I automatically regretted it and I knew it was gonna come bite me in the ass, and it did. And I called my friend, my other friend, bawling my eyes out saying how I messed up and how I feel so bad that I betrayed this person that I care about so much. And I was like, oh my gosh, they are never gonna trust me again. I feel like shit. And I had accepted my loss. Like I really had it was really hard for me, and I cried because as soon as the person confronted me, I told the truth. I laid it all out in the open because like that's somebody I care about. You know what I mean? That's somebody I actually cherish and was building a genuine friendship with, and I was feeling like shit. Time has gone by and me and the person have since then spoken, but like I still feel really bad and I'm still very weary of like the people I hang around and like what I say and how I say it now. That taught me to keep my motherfucking mouth shut. And I don't want to move like that in like my relationships and stuff like that. And I haven't had a slip up like that since high school. So you can imagine how much I was beating myself up. I felt so stupid. I was like, yo, how, Ashley, how can you like how did that even happen? How did you end up opening your mouth like this to this person, to this stranger? Like, that's your friend. Like, why did you do that? Like, I was feeling so bad, guys. Just moral of the story is that, like, it taught me, like, yes, I'm the villain in this person's story. Low-key, I might have inflicted a bit of trauma in their life, but I feel so bad, and all I can do is repent and change and make sure it doesn't happen in my other relationships. And hopefully, like, this person can forgive me, and we can talk about it one day, you know? Because my intention was definitely not to be malicious or messy or anything like that. So all of that to say that, like, don't beat yourself up if you're the villain in someone else's story. Just take what you can from it. Like, I feel like the strongest and most insightful people can take lessons from shitty situations. They can look at a shitty situation, no matter how bad it was, and look at the good that comes from it. Although the situation was shitty, and I'm still, like, low-key kind of forgiving myself for that, I can see the good that came from it because it taught me a valuable lesson too. It taught me that not everybody is my friend. Yet again, I love people, so sometimes I get carried away with people, you know what I mean? Because I like talking and I like sharing. And like that was like an instance where I had to be like, yo, Ashley, you cannot like be too friend up, too friendly, too like, you have to be weary of people. You have to be very weary. And this individual just made me feel extremely comfortable at the time, and it was my bad. And I had to own up to that, and I had to look at myself and be like, how are you not going to repeat this in the future? Because I don't want that to happen again. I don't want to be that person who just like doesn't take accountability for their shit. I'm not perfect. I'm progressing. I'm not perfect, but like, you know, I'm okay being the bad guy now because I think I've gotten to a point where I'm okay accepting my losses and accepting my flaws and like just repenting based off of that. That's all I had to say. My hair is laid. I have to put the scarf on so it actually stays down. What do you guys think? A little. I've cut my hair 3 times. I've done 3 big chops, and this is after the 3rd one, and this is like 2 years of growth, so I'm pretty happy. It's been real. I just wanted to rant and kind of like share that with you guys because it's something that's been on my mind a lot. It's like it's like a new, how can I say, like it's like almost like an epiphany that I've had, and like I really wanted to share it. But that was that. Comment, like, share, subscribe if you wanna. I'm not making any promises. I haven't posted on YouTube in like 2 years. I don't know when I'm gonna post again, but this is what you guys are getting for now. I hope you enjoyed it. Dear diary, it's been real.